point I always make when we talk to manufacturers is that you want that last 5 feet between pharmacist and patient to be as strong as possible. You don't, and that happens primarily with independent pharmacies. You don't want to see them contract any further than they already have, so that there's more dependence on captive pharmacies.
Sure.
Because that not only hurts the patients, it hurts the manufacturers as well. And so those are the core tenets of what we're trying to push through.
So leverage their clinical services on top.
Yes, yes, they're
absolutely.
good at stuff. They're they are an integral part of everything that goes on in the healthcare supply chain, right? And they are when it comes to drug, meet patient,
Yeah.
that's where the rubber meets the road. And that's also where the trust is. Particularly for smaller pharmacies where, they've been working with the family for 20 years or whatever, and they know the kids and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to lose that.
We've done it on the pharmacy side, so I've heard you guys have been doing it on the medical side, is direct contracting.
Right.
So we really promote that with independent pharmacies, saying, hey, if you can, go to your local employer and direct
100%.
contract.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
they can't do it because the big
The
three
big three won't let them do that, right?
Right.
But I can or you can,
Yeah.
right?
They're not going to be able to stay in business just filling scripts. I'm always amazed at how many community pharmacy owners serve on the boards of hospitals and banks and so
Right.
forth in their communities. And quite frankly, that's where all of our leads come from. It's
Yes.
the independents
Perfect.
reaching out to us because
Call this bank, yeah.
yeah, they don't want to lose potential business to a mail order or something, or they want to recapture lost business,
Right,
right? Yeah,
right.
and so we even have clients that will put preferred networks together where, hey, the independents, if you go here, you
There's
may
no
not have a
copay.
copay
Right,
or
right, right.
reduced copay or
Right.
reduced out of
Yeah, we do the same thing, yeah.
And the employers, we co-approach a lot with the pharmacies because, and what I always try to say to pharmacies is be the pharmacist. Tell them about your experience, right? They don't know that you're underwater for claims. They don't know about DIR fees. They don't know about,
None of that.
And then we take them through an example of like, I was looking at one for spread pricing, your Camry example, right? They were, they paid $55 for a drug. They were reimbursed $60. The employer was charged $215, right? So they ended up losing money when it comes to all the
it's
labor.
insane,
with
right?
it.
It's insane. We're going to improve your wellness, and we're going to make it so that you're not dependent on these big three PBMs because it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse because they're always looking for ways to charge you. And and here's one little trick, and we tell this to all of the sponsors: audit your your contracts, your rebate contracts, because they never fully pay.
Right.
There's so much generic information that well, it didn't say we couldn't charge that. It's not that we said we were going to charge it, but it didn't say we couldn't. So we charge you this fee, this fee, this fee, this fee, this fee, and you're off 30% of the rebates you expected.
Yep. I don't know if you saw that the NCPA study said that 34% are potentially closing by the end of the year. And then you just have pharmacy deserts. It's terrible for healthcare.
It's awful. And I said that to a major employer, major CEO of a bank. I'm like, you're in all these small towns and you're dealing with the big three PBM. You're going to be the reason that your town doesn't have a independent pharmacy or a pharmacy at all.
Right.
I think everybody realizes it's not a good idea for the captive pharmacies to have a monopoly on pharmacy distribution, and that includes the pharma companies, that includes the employers. I think everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, relocalizing healthcare is better
As
for
it should be,
everybody.
as it should be, And we're just getting started. I mean, it's one thing to say what's happening. It's a whole nother thing to do something about it. And I think that's one of the reasons we wanted to be here, because together we can do a lot.